A 60% keyboard is a compact keyboard that usually lacks a numpad, navigational cluster, and function row. The majority of these missing commands can still be accessed via hotkey combinations. To help you narrow down your choices, here are top 5 best 60% mechanical keyboards of 2024 for you today. You can buy it at the link in the description below the video. Number 5. HyperX Alloy Origins 60. While the HyperX Alloy Origins 60 is a little too small for full-fledged productivity applications, it's an excellent gaming companion at an affordable price. The most noticeable design element right out of the box is the HyperX Alloy Origins 60's compact form factor, which measures 11.5 by 4.0 by 0.5 inches and weighs 781 grams. It's a highly portable 60% form factor keyboard with additional room for sweeping mouse motions. Two-step keyboard feet allow you to position your keyboard at 3 different tilt angles. The keyboard body is made of aircraft-grade aluminum, giving it a cool, substantial feel. The Origin 60's keys, made of sturdy PBT plastic, should withstand many late-night gaming sessions. The board is wired and cannot be used wirelessly. The keyboard is powered by a detachable USB-C connection and can be adjusted to one of 3 angles using the variable length feet located on the bottom of the frame. The HyperX Red linear key switches are extremely responsive. Keyboard switches are a matter of personal preference, but with 45 G of actuation force, a 1.8mm actuation point, and a total travel distance of 3.8mm, these keys provide an advantage if you need to press the same key repeatedly in quick succession. Regardless of what games you choose to play, the HyperX Alloy Origins 60 keyboard should last you a long time, with an amazing 80 million keystroke lifespan that you won't reach anytime soon. However, if you're searching for a keyboard that can also be used at business, this may not be the one. If you type frequently, the clicky-sounding keys can get rather unpleasant. The HyperX Alloy Origins 60 is compatible with HyperX's Ngenuity software, which allows you to customize the backlighting, hotkeys, and assign macros to any key. However, it can only be downloaded from the Microsoft Windows Store, therefore macOS and Linux users are unable to install it. Number 4. Corsair K65 RGB Mini. The K65 RGB Mini packs a lot of functionality into a 60% compact factor, making it easy to integrate into any setup for comfortable gaming. The Corsair K65 RGB Mini is a small 60% keyboard that does not take up much desk space. The Corsair K65 RGB Mini is small, as the word mini implies. The peripheral is 11.6 by 4.1 by 1.7 inches and weighs 1.3 pounds. It takes up less space than a standard laptop keyboard. The K65 RGB Mini is a sleek and attractive device, with small bezels and a strong plastic chassis. The K65 RGB Mini is Corsair's first keyboard with a detachable USB Type-C to USB Type-A cable for connecting to devices with USB 3.0 Type-A ports. Corsair's most advanced gaming keyboard experience accelerates inputs up to 4 times with native 8000 Hz hyperpolling and 4000 Hz key scanning, while also generating up to 20-layer lighting effects. If you enjoy the linear, smooth keys of mechanical keyboards, you'll appreciate the Cherry MX RGB red key switches. These are linear-style switches designed for speedy tapping, making them excellent for gamers who want to keep hammering those WASD keys without delay. For everyday use, the K65 is initially disorienting. The keys employ PBT double-shot keycaps with a 45-gram actuation force and a 2mm actuation distance, making each key input extremely sensitive, especially when touch typing. The keyboard is compatible with Windows 10 and Mac OS, as well as Corsair's peripheral configuration program, iQ. The completely revamped iQ software allows you to build keyboard profiles with remapped keys and custom macros, modify the RGB lighting, and adjust other settings. Number 3. Logitech G Pro X60 Lightspeed. The Pro X60 Lightspeed wireless gaming keyboard, developed with input from hundreds of the world's top esports players, is Logitech G's first 60% keyboard. This gaming keyboard has a 60% design with measurements of 290 by 103 by 39 mm. These size will allow users to install this gaming keyboard anywhere without affecting its functionality. It also feels quite heavy for a keyboard of its size, weighing 610 grams, reaffirming its reputation as a well-made product. The chassis of the G Pro X60 is primarily made of plastic, with a pink metal top plate on all four sides and a black underside. The G Pro X60's rear interface is clean and simple, with an on-off switch, a USB-C port for charging and wired connectivity, and separate Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz Lightspeed receiver pairing buttons. The underside features single-stage feet that raise the keyboard by 8 degrees for a more comfortable typing angle. The G Pro X60 also has an improved battery life. Logitech claims that the keyboard may last up to 65 hours, which is far longer than the Lightspeed receiver. This keyboard has great data transmission performance. It can transfer multiple keys per USB report and includes complete N-key rollover by default. It can also fully utilize its 1000 Hz polling rate without being limited by other delay components. For gaming, the GX optical tactiles seemed quick, and while the tactile bump was not as evident as expected, the switches felt snappy for gaming workloads when playing CS2 and Returnal for fun. For higher productivity workloads, the lack of arrow keys and other features on bigger layout sizes was noticeable, and the GX optical tactile switches seemed slightly hollow when compared to other, more standard-issue soft tactile switches. To configure this keyboard, utilize Logitech's G Hub software. It's quite straightforwardly written out and easy to utilize. It allows you to change a variety of typical settings, including as key mapping, RGB illumination, and custom profiles, including game-specific ones. Number 2. SteelSeries HyperX Pro Mini. The SteelSeries HyperX Pro Mini Wireless is a powerful gaming keyboard that can accomplish everything the top keyboards do and more. It has superb build quality. The chassis is hard plastic, and the top plate is solid metal, so the unit feels strong. It's difficult to imagine how little a 60% keyboard is unless you take it up with one hand. The HyperX Pro Mini measures 11.5 by 1.6 by 4 inches, and it weighs just over a pound. The HyperX Pro Mini Wireless is designed to free up space on your desk for game-winning mouse swipes. The HyperX Pro Mini Wireless's RGB lighting looks awesome. It adds a pop of color to its mean-looking black frame, giving it a vivid and elegant touch that a premium gaming board should have. A sliding switch at the back allows you to choose between 2.4 GHz wireless via the provided dongle and Bluetooth 5.0. Because this is a wireless keyboard, battery life is critical to its success. The SteelSeries HyperX Pro Mini Wireless is expected to last 30 hours on its USB-C wireless receiver with default lighting and up to 40 hours with Bluetooth. The SteelSeries HyperX Pro Mini Wireless makes use of the company's proprietary OmniPoint 2.0 switches. The lack of a physical contact mechanism allows these switches to have an adjustable actuation point, which means you may specify how far you have to push a key before it registers as input. This can be adjusted on a scale ranging from 5% to 95% of total key travel, allowing for switches that actuate as high as 0.2 mm and as low as 3.8 mm. SteelSeries HyperX Pro Mini Wireless can be customized with SteelSeries GG. Beginning with the positive, GG provides you complete control over key bindings on both the base and meta layers, allowing you to rebind keys to macros, application controls, OS shortcuts, and much more. The SteelSeries HyperX Pro Mini Wireless is fully compatible with Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and Android operating systems. However, the customizing program is only available on Windows and Mac OS. Number 1. Razer Huntsman Mini Analog. The Razer Huntsman Mini is a 60% gaming keyboard with cutting-edge Razer optical switches that will take your game to the next level. The Razer Huntsman Mini has superb build quality. It has a plastic frame with an aluminum plate on top for added rigidity. The Huntsman Mini, measuring 1.5 by 11.6 by 4.1 inches and weighing 15.3 ounces, is ideal for minimalist or smaller settings where desk space is at a premium. The replaceable cable adds to the keyboard's functionality. However, because it is USB-C, you may easily replace cables, either for aesthetic reasons or if the accompanying cable becomes damaged in some way. The Huntsman Mini includes double-shot PBT keycaps, which have more durable keytops that do not become glossy or wear off, with additional legends on the leading edges for keys having supplementary inputs. Additionally, when you press and hold the FN key, the keys with important shortcuts light up in white. When playing games, the keyboard is quite comfortable. Using the model with linear switches, with only 40 grams of actuation force and 3.5 millimeter of key travel, is a dream come true. Take your preferences with you wherever you go by storing and activating up to 5 keyboard profiles without the need for software. Personalize it even further with a preloaded suite of Razer Chroma RGB lighting effects. The Razer Huntsman Mini is compatible with Synapse 3, which is only accessible on Windows.